What is up, guys? It's Time Karma here, and today I am back with another Call of the Wild video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about what could possibly be the next map that's coming to the Hunter Call of the Wild, as we are pretty much halfway through April, approaching May, as we usually start to get hints and new information about the next map by the end of the month. So we still have some ways to go before we start getting info, but I figured why not we start talking about that beforehand. Now, before this video starts, I do apologize that there's been a lack of content. I've just been in a big burnout where I just have not felt like producing any form of content, whether that be a video, a YouTube short, or a live stream. I just really haven't been motivated recently, but hopefully that starts to change. But anyways, guys, let's get into the video, shall we? So if you guys saw my community post, I asked what you guys would like to see as the next map, and most of you guys seem to have picked an Arctic/Canada map, but I also threw in Africa 2.0 and Texas. So I will be talking about all three of those maps and what species could be on those maps, as well as a map that I'd like to see myself. To start, we will talk about the Arctic/Canada map. So this could be like a 2-in-1 kind of deal per se. So this could be another chance that we could have caribou on another map, but also see stuff like muskox and polar bears on the map. I know people have been wanting to see these animals in the game for a while, and we already have polar bears in the Hunter Classic, so it's only a matter of time before we start seeing them in the Hunter Call of the Wild. And I think another interesting idea for this map could be walrus hunting. There are people that do hunt walruses, so that could be an interesting experience for the game if they decide to do it. Some other animals could be like the Arctic fox, the Arctic wolf. Maybe we could also see stuff like snowshoe hare, Dall sheep. That is a species that people have been wanting in this game for a while now. Maybe it'll be another map for mountain goats, mule deer, and moose. The next map we're going to be taking a look at is, of course, Texas. Now, this is the kind of map that Scarecrow has been wanting to see in this game for a while. And there are tons of animals that could be added to this map. And this is the only way I could see two specific antelope being added to this game. Both of them being the Addax and the Scimitar Horned Oryx. Both those antelope species tend to be in some of those ranches down there. This is the only other reason I could see them being added to the game, since technically outside of these game ranches, they are an endangered species. One thing I do want to touch up with the Addax, if they ever do decide to add Addax to this game, these animals actually get all their moisture from the plants they eat, so if they wanted to be realistic with this animal, don't give them drink zones. A couple other animals we could see could be whitetail, obviously, mule deer again, but we could also see pronghorn, bighorn sheep, turkeys, axis deer, feral hogs, red deer, and so many more species on this map. And now let's get into the map that everybody's been wanting in this game for a long time, Africa 2.0. Now, I do understand Jaxie said that Africa 2.0 would more than likely be one of the last maps added to the game, but me personally though, I think that we should get 3 Africa maps. I know that sounds like a lot, but I feel like that should be the case. But let's focus on Africa 2.0, and let's get out the species that everybody obviously wants to see, elephants. So one, we would definitely need a gun like the 700 Nitro Express, but they could also make the 470 Nitro Express and the 375 a Class 10 weapon for them, as both of those calibers are ethical for elephants in the real world. But we'd also need to see something like a 416 Rigby in the game. Now when it comes to the spawning of elephants, I think it should be similar with the tigers and the snow leopards, where there's not a lot of them on the map, but maybe instead of doing like 10 or 16, maybe do like 20 elephants on the map at any given time. And hopefully it introduced more dangerous African predators, such as the African leopard and the spotted hyena, just to give 2 examples. But it would also be cool to see the hippopotamus be introduced to the game via Africa 2.0. A few other animals that would be nice to see would be the greater kudu. Everybody's been wanting that animal in this game for a while. Sable antelope, that's an animal I'd love to see added to this game. Zebras, and the ostrich. I think ostriches would be pretty cool to see in this game. Of course, there's a couple other animals that they could add to an Africa 2.0 map, but I decided to just give a few examples because I don't want to drag this video out too long. And now let's get on to the last map that I'd like to talk about. This is a map that I personally would love to see in this game. This map is Mongolia. I've been doing some research on Mongolian hunting, and this would be the opportunity for us to hunt the biggest wild sheep species in the world, that being the Altai Argali. These guys have such incredible horns, and I think it would be really nice to see something like this added to the game. I mean, it would also be interesting to see this added as a great one. Imagine that, a great one, Altai Argali. It could also be a chance for us to see another elk species, specifically the Mongolian elk. A few other species we can see on the Mongolian map include the Gobi Argali, Hangai Argali, the Gobi Ibex, Altai Ibex, Mongolian Gazelle, Taiga Bean Goose, Roe Deer, Wild Boar, and Grey Wolf. So those are some of the ideas I thought of for the next map, despite the fact it's not guaranteed to be one of these that I just listed in the video. I know we are still weeks away from getting any form of info, but I still decided to get this video out ahead of time, just so that we can start theorizing. But yeah guys, this video wasn't that long. As I said, I didn't want to drag this video out, but hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, feel free to let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and let me know what kind of reserve / map you would like to see added to the Hunter Call of the Wild. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and click that bell notification icon so you never miss another upload. With all that being said, thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.